On today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the Mattel Batman v Superman large-size Batman figure. After not quite knowing what to call it with the Superman figure, I just ultimately said, you know what, let's just call it large-size Batman figure. That's what we'll probably put in the title. It comes to us from Mattel. It's recommended for ages 3 and up, and I guess this is probably more suited for the kids who want a big, larger, well, not quite larger than life, because that would not quite be something that a kid could take to Nana's house, but it's certainly a much larger scale figure than some of the deluxe figures that we've had a look at. Down below we've got Ben Affleck as Batman, which anybody still want to comment that Ben Affleck is not a good Batman? Anybody? That's what I thought. Side of the package features very similar artwork, also including Superman up at the top there. On the back, as you can see, a very posable looking Batman. Still looks like that cape's been animated in. Questions. You can go to service.mattel.com. Other things available are the role-playing toys, such as the helmet and the kind of really looks like a Nerf Batman grapple gun. I'm a little actually tempted to pick that up. Spot will take a break. I'm going to get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the large-size Batman figure from Mattel. That's what we're going to call it. Stay tuned, guys. There's more heading your way. Don't go anywhere. With the Batman out of packaging, let's get a better look at the figure. Pleasantly surprised again, I must say. Yeah, granted, I'm not going to kid myself. From kind of like the head down, it does really scream a cheaper looking toy by quality than maybe like the Movie Masters line. However, or DC Universe line. However, I will say this. Let's bring the camera up. Let's zoom in. I think this is actually one of the best Batman faces from Mattel. I actually think it's better than the DC Universe Batman figure that we've already had a look at. The Superman was a little iffy, but I gotta say this Batman trumps that considerably. Yes, I'm not overlooking the fact that the face paint is a little on the darker side. It looks a little goopy and you can see some of the plastics shining through. But I gotta say though, face-wise, it's a lot nicer than the DC Universe one. Panning out, he does kind of have that square rectangular body that doesn't quite gel it for me. He's kind of like Superman where he has that very narrow rectangular torso. But I guess it's just to accommodate all the articulation that he has. Yes, he does have articulation. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. He does have posability in the arms, the legs, and the shoulders, and I'll show you guys all that in a second. But first, let's have a look at said fabric felt cape that is on the Cape Crusader. That looks nice. I think the DC Universe had plastic though, and I have not looked at any more of the deluxe figures, but those videos will be coming soon. I think all the Batman and Superman remaining figures all have plastic capes. This is nice to see felt, or the equivalent of felt on Batman here. I wish, again, like I don't know why. Let's bring Superman back into the equation because it's the only figure I've picked up and reviewed so far from the kind of more deluxe line. Why do they have to go plastic? This makes more sense, Mattel. Please, you're killing us. I think the real draw to this line. Oh, and also you'll notice Batman's hands are partially open. He doesn't come with any accessories. Don't hold your breath. He doesn't come with any accessories whatsoever. But at least he does make up for it in articulation because this one actually trumps the deluxe figures considerably. It doesn't trump the DC Universe line, granted, but it does definitely trump the more basic deluxe figures that, you know, this Shield Superman was part of. First things first, he does have a ball joint in the head. Now, it doesn't really move up and down much, but it does give you a full rotation all the way around. Shoulders hinge out, which also rotate all the way around. He's got a bend in the elbow, which also rotates. I guess really this part of the plastic should have probably been the same gray color. Instead, they just gave him black all the way up, which I guess glove-wise, it probably should have stopped there, but oh well. That's a little hiccup. It does also have wrist swivels. When it comes to your legs, like the Superman, you can do a full splits with Batman. And though he doesn't have any knee posability, he doesn't have any leg posability, or foot posability. You got to admit, being able to do that, that's pretty cool with a figure. And again, full rotation back and forth as well. Kind of stops at the bat tush. Doesn't let it go any further back. But still, pretty posable. And I'm very surprised, I must say. We'll put Batman right there. Hopefully he can stand good. There we go. And reach off camera to Superman. There's the Superman. Batman appears to be a little bit taller, which I guess is accurate to the movie itself. Body's a little hollow on both figures, but the cloth cape is a nice touch. The posability is a nice touch. If I was younger, if I could jump into a time machine, which I'm currently working on and budget's permitting, I might not be able to finish it this year, but sometime next year, I will go back in time. I will give these two figures to myself as like 5 years old. Of course, my younger self will ask my older self, who are you? And I'll just kind of disappear and I'll have memories of this now because I visited myself. But I would give these to my younger self because my younger self would really enjoy these figures. Superposable, they're Batman and Superman from the Batman Superman upcoming movie. And I mean, again, very large figures. Kids will absolutely love these. Why Mattel can these figures could not have been as posable, or why these figures could not have been posable like these figures right here. Sigh. At any rate, today's toy spot, we don't need to have Superman in there. Today we're having a look at the large-sized Batman figure from the new Batman v Superman line. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more toy spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.